Tanche, Scott Duffy Nishikashon. I am a Métis from Saskatoon with ancestors from the Red River Métis settlement. A lot of Métis fled Red River after the resistance in 1869-70. There was a reign of terror, they called that, and a lot had to leave their particular place over there and traveled within the larger Métis homeland. And this is where I grew up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And it is an honor and a privilege to be here amongst you all tonight. It's kind of rare to meet so many kind-hearted people that express so much positivity and graciousness. And to me, it's no mystery that that's happened because we are engaging in the dance community. So it is the International Dance Week Festival put on by Free Flow Dance Theatre. Jackie Latendresse is the person in charge, and she's done a great job, and I thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you, and I also give her a round. I mean, son of a gun, gee whiz, I get so awkward up here sometimes, you know. I have these long pauses and I'm long-winded. Today I was doing a contemporary dance with some young colleagues. Holy smokes, I'm even long-winded when I do contemporary dance. I'm trying to hold my movements extra long, and I don't know, it's just the way I am. Métis really like to visit, and so I come by it honestly. So if anyone wants to visit after the show, I'm fair game. Anyways. So I do want to thank some sponsors, because these shows only happen with the help of folks that are willing to invest in the dance community. SKarts, Sask Culture. The Kinsman Club of Saskatoon has provided some free admission to members of the community, and that's very important. I also want to thank the International Women's Association of Saskatoon, because they provide volunteer services here. And it's all of these things that make an event like this possible. Another thing that makes an event like this possible are you all. We're only here because you're here. Your energy feeds the dancers. And as someone who does dance, I try to give that back when I dance. And the dancers that I have met return energy just immensely. I also want to thank the Avenue Room for this lovely venue, and 5x5 Live for doing excellent work as a technical crew for us here tonight. Thank you very much. So tonight's show, I gotta thank one more person. My big bro Bruce got me this job. Bruce Sinclair, he's here. I'm not gonna make him stand up. He even gave me a new pair of pants to wear at the gig tonight. He gave me some clothes to wear, but I got shy to wear them, so I just kind of wore my own stuff. Anyways, I'm getting treated really well here. And that brings me to another topic. Now that I'm back home on the Métis homeland where I come from, it's important that I share with you part of my experience as a person growing up here. Growing up here as a Métis, I was always I'm a tall man with white skin, and so I get offered privilege that hasn't been earned, and I see things happening that I want us all to work on together. And this is the Métis homeland. This is also Nihilwak land that we are on. This is also Anishinaabe territory that we are on. This is also territory of the Dene people. This is also Nakota territory. This is also Dakota territory. Many nations, from all the research and people I've met, distinct cultures learned how to share the resources here. That's what I found in the research that I've been fortunate to do. And that's what I've experienced here. I've experienced kindness. I've experienced a sense of inclusion. I've experienced compassion, and I've experienced a sense of interconnectedness. There is an edge to this place also. There's sometimes very divisive energy, very dominating energy, very combative energy. And it's strange how I can know that, and yet that energy bubbles up in me as well. And something happens sometime when I want to assert my space. Sometimes that assertion becomes a form of a rude imposition onto someone else. And so with all the love that I've received, it's a responsibility that I feel to make sure that I notice when that other energy finds a window in me, to catch that and to try to transform that energy back into that nurturing, life-affirming energy. It's something that I hope we can all do, because when that DDC, I call it, when that bubbles up, it's like having little glaciers around your heart. And I think if we can melt those little glaciers by transforming that energy back to that inclusive, compassionate interconnectedness, maybe that will make room for our actual glaciers to grow back and start feeding our rivers again. It will make room for Mother Earth to nurture us the way that, the way that is intended from the world that we don't always pay attention to. So that is how I want to talk about being from here and also being a visitor here. Thank you. No need to clap. It's okay. I'm okay. We're all good. I just want to share that. Just want to pass that on. And the reason I'm passing that on is because I'm receiving a lot of love. And that's my favorite thing in the world. So, tonight's piece, it's called Our Path. The piece is choreographed by Newton Moraes, and the dancer is Derek Souvannavong. Both live in Toronto, and both have a lot to offer us. I really hope that you can open your hearts to the light that they definitely will be shining on us tonight. I spoke to Derek and I spoke to Newton briefly, and I feel better to know that those two people are in the world. Please welcome them and let them shine their light on you tonight. Exe. Thank you. Thank you. So, Derek, what are your experiences in life that you found were easy to translate in this piece?
I think for me, there was this loss of feeling of a connection to my Lao identity, my Lao cultural heritage. And then throughout my final years of school studying dance, I started to try and refine that voice within contemporary dance, although it's a very Western or Eurocentric dance form. And I think this collaboration with Newton has allowed me to express that. And with Newton's mentorship and guidance too has been very beautiful. To really bring that voice into art, dance form that I love to express and work in.
Wonderful. I'm going to let you catch your breath. Again, I'm going to say thank you. It was very compelling.
Thank you.
And Newton, I would like to ask you, what common ground do you feel with Derek that has allowed this collaboration to flourish the way it has?
First of all, I would like to say thank you, Derek. That was amazing tonight. We collaborate for less than 3 weeks. And the first time I saw him perform was for Jackie when he was here dancing with Free Flow. And then I saw him perform Peggy Baker, is another famous choreographer in Toronto. And in my opinion, he is one of the best new dancers in this country. Yeah, he is. And so it's very nice because we are, I don't know if you mind to say that, but we are both LGBTQ artists. He is on his path of his life, and I'm on my third quarter of my life, whatever. So we have different experiences, but we have a lot of similarities. I try to incorporate his Laos culture into the piece, and also my Brazilian heritage. And we both do contemporary dance, so many different influences in my life, like example, Buto, and I have a dancer from Pina Bausch who is my mentor, so all those things integrate the part of this piece. And was incredible to collaborate with you. I think you were, he doesn't have any ego. It's so nice to work with a dancer who is with open heart and is willing to share, and I actually feel like crying because not often that I'm profoundly touched by a performer as I felt tonight. So thank you.
Thank you. I would like to ask you one more question, and I would also like to ask you one more question, if that's okay. Okay. Newton, what do you find that you are able to communicate in the language of dance that you can't always communicate in words, in your experience?
Well, Portuguese is my first language, and I think that is a language that I'm very strong on. English I'm okay, I think Spanish I'm okay, but I think the best way I communicate is through movement and to dance. I started very late in life as a dancer. I was 29 when I went to the School of Toronto Dance Theatre. In a way, when my earlier partner took me to the school and they said, "You're never going to become a professional dancer, you're 29, you know, and, but I'm here. I'm here still, I'm 62. So I think dance is a non-verbal communication, but also can use singing, chanting, voice, and I try to incorporate all of that. But on this specific work, I want to work with our similarities and things that we can share and we can communicate through movement.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Derek, what sorts of feelings emerge in you when you are dancing?
That's a hard question because I feel like I experience every feeling possible. I think dance for me is really a fundamental expression of all people, and it holds so much that I can express and share with everyone. For me, I think the most feeling that I have when I dance is this feeling of just genuinely sharing my entire self with everybody and hoping to receive that back. I guess feelings of joy, but also a bit of feeling of pain and tiredness, but working through that to just unapologetically share with everyone is such a beautiful thing to me. So I think just warm feelings mainly.
Okay. I have to say that your presence here tonight, and Newton, your presence here tonight has brought me a lot of comfort, and I thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's please show them some love. Yeah, I didn't want to stand up. I'm trying to process this whole thing here right now. So I'm going to invite Jackie Letendresse to finish the show for us tonight. Again, thank you all for being here and allowing me to be your host.
Thank you. Let's have a big round of applause for Scott. Such a gracious and well-spoken host. We've really enjoyed having you here. And yeah, I'm sure your family's really happy to see you as well. So I just want to say tonight, the show is near and dear to my heart because this lovely dancer was one of our performers with Free Flow Dance a few years ago. We miss you, and we're so glad to see you back in town. And of course, Newton, one of my oldest and dearest friends.
You as well.
It's such a joy to have you in town every single time you come here. It just makes my life a little better. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. It's lovely to see such a great crowd here supporting dance in Saskatoon. And I also want to say a very special thank you to the Government of Canada for sponsoring this event tonight. We really appreciate that you are allowing us to bring such talented, amazing dance people to this city. And so thank you very much for your funding and support of the International Dance Week. I also want to just let people know that tomorrow night we have one more show, and the artists who will be performing are in the audience if you'd like to meet them in advance. The show is going to be absolutely fantastic. And it's the final closing night of International Dance Week. We hope that we will see you all here again tomorrow night. Thank you and enjoy your evening.